Vermont Christian's production of Little Women. We are so excited to have you guys here with us for this show. It is a sold-out show, so I know our actors are very excited to be here and to put on the show for you. So just a couple of quick announcements for you. Please, no phones during the show, no photos or videos. We want everyone to experience the moment together, right? Enjoy the live theater and just get to live in the moment and feel the story with our actors and actresses. The other announcement I have for you is if there is an emergency during the show, you're going to exit out the doors that you came in, and it will be an orderly exit with the first row going, then second, third, fourth, fifth. Lastly, there will be a 15-minute intermission in the show. So if you need to use the restroom or get some air, please try to wait until then, because as you can tell, it's very bright outside. So when the doors open, it really impacts the light in the room. So there will be an intermission. The first act is about an hour and 5 minutes long. So if you can wait, that would be great and just super helpful for the, overall ambiance of the show. So I won't keep talking anymore, and we will get started with our production of Little Women.
Good afternoon. What brings you here this fine spring day?
Well, I just came to see if you decided to publish Father's book.
Yes, we're still thinking about it.
But it would please him very much, I'm sure.
No doubt. However, I have a proposal for another member of the March household.
Me?
I've been thinking. Your stories are nice, and your editing in magazines is quite valuable. However, I think what we need is something quite new here.
Well, how do you mean?
It's something quite new. You're familiar with the Oliver Upton books, I take it?
Well, of course, novels for boys.
They're selling in thousands. The public can't get enough of them. Well, I see hundreds of them shipped out every day by niche shepherds right next door. And what I was thinking was, well, why don't you try writing a story for girls?
For girls? I don't know anything about girls. What would I say? Besides, I prefer boys.
You must know something about girls who live in a house full of them. That novel you wrote, A Merry Museum, what was it called? A Merry Christmas. That's about you and your sisters, right?
Well, yes, but...
So start from there.
Well, I am getting a little tired of those lurid sensation stories, but they do pay the rent. So I'll give them up when something else pays better.
That's what I was thinking. I think a girl story might just be the thing.
Say, 5 chapters soon?
I can use 24.
What?
Joe, I need books. I know your writing is good. Just take a try at it, please.
Well, a simple story.
Yes?
With no ideas in it, only facts, and the character show as ordinary as possible.
Of course, just start with your sisters and you.
Well, our silly plays and experiences may prove interesting.
Certainly.
But I doubt it.
Your father once said that the literature of childhood has not yet been written.
Yes, that's what he said to us years ago.
I'm asking you to write its first volume.
I'll try.
Thank you.
Well, I do know something about girls. Certain girls, anyway. 4 sisters knitting away in the twilight while the December snow falls quietly without and the fire crackles cheerfully within. Yes. Yes. Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents. It's so dreadful to be poor.
I don't think it's fair for some girls to have plenty of pretty things and other girls nothing at all.
We've got father and mother and each other.
Well, we haven't gotten father. We won't have him for a long time.
Mother proposed not giving us any presents this Christmas because it's going to be a hard winter for everyone.
Well, Mother didn't say anything about her own money, and she won't wish us to give everything. So why don't we have a little fun and get things for ourselves? I'm sure we work hard enough for it.
I know I do. Teaching those tiresome game children nearly all day when I'm longing to enjoy myself at home.
You don't have half as such a hard time as I do. You don't have to be stuck up in a room with a nervous, fussy old lady like Aunt March.
I think washing dishes and keeping things tidy is the worst work in the world. It makes my hands so rough that I can't practice the piano.
I don't believe any of you suburbs. I do. But you don't have to go to school with impertinent girls who plague you if you don't know your lessons and label your father when he isn't rich and insult you when your nose isn't nice.
If you mean libel, I'd say so, and not talk about labels as if Papa was a pickle bottle.
I know what I mean. You needn't be satirical about it.
Satirical.
Oh, Joe, don't you wish we had the money Papa lost when we were little? Dear Mia, how happy and good we'd be. You said the other day you thought we were a deal happier than the King children, for they fight and fret all the time in spite of their money. So I did, Beth. Well, when we do have to work, we're pretty jolly set, as Joe would say.
Joe does use such slang words. Don't, Joe. It's so boyish.
That's why I do it.
Adidas rude. Unladylike girl.
I hate affected niminy-piminy chits.
Birds in the little nest agree. Really, Josephine, you're old enough to lay off boys' tricks and start behaving better. You're a young lady.
I'm not, and I hate to think that I've got to grow up and be like one, when I like boys, games, sports, and manners. I can't get over my disappointment in not being a boy.
Poor Joe, it's too bad, but it can't be helped. So you must try to be contented with making your name boyish and plain brother to us girls. As for you, Amy, you're altogether too particular and prim. Your airs are funny now, but you'll grow up to be like the little goose who don't take care. If Joe's a tomboy and Amy a goose, what am I? You're a deer and nothing else.
These slippers are quite worn out. Mommy must have a new pair.
I thought I'd get her some with my dollar.
No, I will.
I'm the oldest.
Well, I'm the man of the family now that Papa is away. I'll provide the slippers.
Let's each get her something for Christmas and not get anything for ourselves.
That's like you, dear. What do we get?
I'll give her a nice pair of gloves.
Army shoes, best to be had.
Some handkerchiefs, all him.
A little bottle of cologne.
Well, how will we get the things?
Well, let Marmee think that we're each getting things for ourselves and let's surprise her. We'll have to go shopping tomorrow afternoon. Oh, and there's so much to do for the play on Christmas night.
I don't mean to act anymore after this time. I'm getting too old for such things.
What? But you're the best actress we've got, and there will be an end to things if you quit boards. We ought to rehearse tonight. Come on, Amy, do the fainting scene for you're as stiff as a poker in it.
I can't help it. I never saw anyone faint. And I don't choose to make myself all black and blue. I don't care if Hugo does come at me with a pistol.
Well, clasp your hands like this. And stagger across the room, saying, Rodrigo, Rodrigo, save me, save me.
Rodrigo, Rodrigo, save me, save me.
It's no use. Do your best when the time comes, and if the audience laughs at you, don't blame me. Oh. Meg, come on. What ho, minion, I need thee. Hither, hither, from thy home, airy sprite, I bid thee come. Bring me here with elfin speed, the fragrant philter which I need.
Hither I come from my airy home afar in the silver moon. Take the spell and use it well, its power will vanish soon.
Ha!
Hagar, we are betrayed.
Yes, Hugo, bear the captives to themselves.
Curtain.
I don't know how you can write and act such splendid themes, Joe. You're a regular Shakespeare.
Oh, not quite. I do think The Witch's Curse in operatic tragedy is rather a nice thing, but I'd like to try Macbeth. Is that a dagger I see before me?
Glad to find you so merry, my girls.
Marmee!
You're practicing for the play.
You're great. Well, dearies, how have we got on today? Has anyone called Beth?
No.
How's your cold, Meg?
Better.
Joe, you look deathly tired. Oh my god. Amy, are you enjoying the play? No.
How could you?
Well, I've got a treat.
A letter. 3 cheers for father.
Yes, a nice long letter indeed. He's well, done loving for you for Christmas. And a special message to you girls.
Oh, I think it was so splendid of Father to go as a chaplain when he was too old to be drafted.
Well, don't I wish I could go as a drummer, a Vivian, what's it called? Or as a nurse so I can be near him and help him.
It must be very disagreeable to sleep in a tent and drink out of a tin mug.
When will he come home, Marmee?
Not for many months now, dear. Unless he's sick. He'll stay and do his duty well. Now come. Here's the letter. There you go. Give them all my dear love and a kiss. Tell them I think of them by day, pray for them by night, find the best comfort and affection at all times. The year seems very long to wait, but I know they'll remember all I've said to them. Be loving children to you. Do their duty faithfully. fight their bosom enemies bravely, and bloom so beautifully that when I come home, I may be prouder and fonder than ever of my little woman.
Oh, I'm a selfish girl, but I'll truly try to be better so you mayn't be disappointed in me by and by.
We all will. I think too much of my looks, and I hate to work, but won't anymore if I can help it.
I'll try to be what he loves to call me, a little woman, and not be rough and wild, but do my duty here faithfully instead of wanting to be in other places.
Well, do you remember how you used to play Pilgrim's Progress? Nothing delighted you more than to have me tie my piece bags under Max burdens, give you hats and 6 rolls of paper, and let you travel to the house, to the cellar, which was the state of discretion, up and up to the housetop, where you could collect all the lovely little things to create a celestial city.
Well, I remember when we used to go by the lions and go through the valleys where the hobgoblins were.
Alex plays with Wendell's bed downstairs.
I don't remember much about it, except that I was afraid of the cellar. But I liked the cake and milk we had at the top. Though, if I wasn't too old for such things, I'd rather like to play it over again.
My dear, we're never too old for this, because it is a play we're playing all the time, in one way or another. Now, my little pilgrims, suppose you begin again, not in play, but in earnest. See how far you can get before father comes home.
Really, Mother, where are our bundles?
Each of you told what your burden was just now, except Beth. I really think she hasn't got any.
Yes, I have. Mine is dishes and dusters and being afraid of people. Well, let's do it. It's only another name for trying to be good, and a story may help us.
Well, we were in the slow at the spawn tonight, but Mother came as helped it in the book. We'll need a roll of directions as Christian did. What do we do about that?
Look under your pillows this Christmas morning, and you'll find your guidebooks.
Merry Christmas, Mag. Have you seen your cousin? It's a book.
Mine's green. There's something written inside.
Where? Look. Oh, we'll have to go thank Marmee and give her the presents from us.
Well, where is Mother?
Oh, goodness only knows. Some poor creature came a-begging, and your mom went straight out to see what was needed.
Well, she'll be back soon, I think, so fry our cakes and have everything ready.
Let's get her presents ready.
Amy, what happened to your little bottle of fun?
I changed my little bottle for a big one. I'm truly trying not to be selfish anymore.
Oh, you're a trump, Amy.
How nice my handkerchiefs look, don't they? Oh, they'll please her very much, I'm sure.
Oh, she's coming. Open the door, Amy. Three cheers for Mom.
Merry Christmas, Marmee!
Oh, everything is so lovely! Thank you so much!
Merry Christmas, Marmee.
Many of them. Thank you for our books. We read some, and me too, every day.
Merry Christmas to you too, my little daughters. I'm glad you began, and hope you'll keep on.
Breakfast is ready.
Perfect! I'm starved! Girls, before we sit down, may I say a word? Not far from here lies a woman with 6 children and a newborn baby, whom I'm meant to keep from freezing, for they have no fire and no food to eat. My girls, will you give them your food as a Christmas present?
Well, of course. I'm so glad you came before we started.
May I go and help carry the things to the poor little children?
Of course.
I'll take the cream and the muffins.
Oh, let's love your neighbor better than ourselves, and I like it.
Thought you'd do it.
Joe, here. Such fun. Oh, see, a regular invitation for tomorrow night. Miss Gardner will be happy to see Miss March and Miss Josephine at a little dance on New Year's Eve. Now, Marmie's when we should go. Now, what do we wear?
Well, what's the point of asking when you know we'll wear poplins because we haven't got anything else to wear?
Oh, don't put your hands behind you or Sarah or Zika's Columbus, will you?
Don't worry, I'll try to be as prim as I can.
parties so boring. I've been to 3 of these, and I haven't made a single friend. I really should have stayed in Paris. I mean, I had friends.
Now, don't forget to keep the rope out of sight, Joe. It is my side tight, and my hair look very bad.
Oh, Meg, how do you keep all the proper ways? I never can. Oh, isn't that music lovely?
Yes, it is. I'm gonna go dance. Have fun.
Oh, dear me, I didn't know anyone was here.
Oh, no, don't mind me. Save you.
Won't I bother you?
Not at all. I only came here first because, well, I don't know too many people. I felt rather strange at first, you know?
So do I.
Well, goodbye then.
Oh, don't go, unless you'd rather. I think I've had the pleasure of seeing you somewhere. You live near us, don't you?
Yes, next door. How do you do, Miss March?
Nicely, thank you, Mr. Lawrence, but I'm not Miss March. I'm only Joe.
Oh, well then, I'm not Mr. Lawrence. I'm only Lori.
Lori Lawrence. What an odd name.
Yes, well, my first name is Theodore, but I don't like it. For the fellows call me Dora, so I made them call me Lori instead.
Oh, well, I hate my name too. So sentimental. I wish everyone would just call me Joe instead of Josephine. How did you make them to stop?
Oh, I thrashed them.
Well, I can't exactly thrash Aunt Marge, so I guess I'll just have to bear it.
Whoa! So let's dance, Joe.
I like it when everyone is lively and there's enough space, but in a place like this, I'm sure to upset something, so I keep out of mischief and let Meg sail about. Do you like to dance?
Sometimes. You see, I've been abroad for many years, and I don't know how you do things here yet.
Abroad? Tell me about it. Did you go to France?
We spent all last winter there.
Do you know how to speak French?
We weren't allowed to speak anything else every day.
Oh, that's splendid, Poco. Why don't you go and dance?
If you'll join me.
Oh, no. I can't.
Why not?
Well, I have a bad trick of standing before the fire, and so I burn my frocks. And I scorched this one.
Well, I'll tell you how we manage. We can hear the music perfectly fine from here, and, well, no one will see us. May I have this dance?
This isn't a dress.
You are beautiful.
Thank you. You look very good yourself.
Alright. You have to say it again.
Not really, but...
Yes, while I was in Paris.
I think the steps are a little too much.
Well, I think you might be doing the boys part.
I may have not learned dance professionally, but I know my way through it. Ow!
I'm sorry.
Oh, Meg!
I sprained my ankle. That stupid high heel turn gave me a side wrench. It aches so, and I can hardly stand. I don't know how I'm ever gonna get home.
Oh no, I don't know how we'll get through or except to get a carriage or stay here all night.
If you please, my carriage just come from you. Would you like me to take you back?
No, we'll manage. Actually, please, thank you.
Miss?
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm much better now. Thank you.
Oh, we were so sorry to hear that our new friend was sick. Well, what do you amuse yourself with?
Nothing. It's still has rooms up here.
for too long as not to tire you out. Well, Mother sends her love, and Meg wanted me to bring some of her bone lunch.
Oh, wow, that's too pretty to eat. I'm sorry, where are my manners? Please come in.
Look at all these books.
Well, if you like those, then you should come down to the real library.
Your richness. Theodore Lawrence, you ought to be the happiest boy in the world.
Well, a fellow can't live on books alone.
Well, I think perhaps I could. A beautiful piano. Do you play?
Sometimes.
Well, please do now. I want to hear so I can tell Beth.
Is Beth the rosy one who stays at home a good deal and sometimes goes out with that little bastard? Right, and well, Meg was the pretty one, and the curly-haired one was Amy, I believe.
How did you find that out?
Oh, well, often when I'm alone up here, I overhear you, and I see you all around the table with your mom, and well, her face is so sweet, and I just can't help watch. You see, I don't have a mother of my own.
Well, we'll never draw that curtain anymore.
Thank you. Would you like to play the piano?
Oh, I don't know how. Too stupid to learn, but I do love music dearly.
Well, my grandpa's out, so you needn't be afraid?
I'm not afraid of anything.
I didn't say you were. Now, so this is number C, and
Oh, mercy me, it's your grandpa.
so what if it is? I mean, you're not afraid of anything.
Well, I think perhaps I might be a little bit afraid of him, though I don't know why I should be.
Well, it's probably just the doctors. I suppose I must see him. Would you mind if I left you for a moment?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm happy as a cricket here. Well, I don't know why I should be afraid of him, for he's got such kind eyes. Though his mouth is grim, and he looks like he's got a tremendous will of his own. I mean, he's not as handsome as my grandpa, but I like him.
Thank you, ma'am. So, not afraid of me, hey?
Not like much, sir.
And you don't think me as handsome as your grandfather?
Not quite, sir.
And I've got a tremendous will, have I?
Well, I only said I thought so.
But you like me in spite of it.
Yes, sir.
You have your grandfather's spirit if you haven't his face. He was a fine man, my dear, and I was proud to be his friend.
Oh, thank you, sir.
What have you been doing to this boy of mine, hey?
Oh, only trying to be neighborly, sir.
You think he needs cheering up a bit, do you?
Yes, sir. He seems a bit lonely, you see. And I think young folks are doing good. We're only girls, but we'd be so glad to help.
I shall come and see your mother some fine day. Tell her so. Will you come down and take tea with us and go on being neighbors?
Watch out!
What's this?
Grandpa? I'm sorry, I didn't know you come, sir.
That's evident. Come to your tea, sir. Stop behaving like a gentleman. Yes, we'll see what these girls can do for my grandson.
Oh, I'm sorry, would you like to play the piano once before left?
Well, I wanted to hear you play.
That's enough, young lady. Too many sugar plums are not good for him.
Well, maybe perhaps Beth could come and play. It would do her heart good. Oh, but she's so shy.
Yes, perhaps someday. Now, come down, Dr. Joe.
Did I say something amiss?
Oh, no. He doesn't like to hear me play.
Why not?
I'll tell you someday.
I have an announcement to make. Mr. President and gentlemen, I propose that we admit Mr. Theodore Lawrence as an honorary member of the Pickle Club. What do we say?
No, not at all.
Well, Mr. President, ladies, I mean gentlemen, my turn to introduce myself as Mr. Sam Weller, the very humble servant of this club.
Samuela.
Well, just as a slight token of my appreciation for the grand duty done to me, and as a means of promoting, how do you say, friendly relations between dueling nations, I have taken upon myself to set up a P.O. box in the lower corner of the garden. Right over there, if we can all take a look. And might I present the club key? One for you.
Thank you.
One for you.
Thank you, sir.
One for you.
Tremendous
And one for you.
idea. Thank you. Never doubted you first.
Nice catch.
Of course.
Nothing more? I take my seat.
Wonderful. Quite darling.
Sorry. One more thing. As it is now summer, might I say we could pinch the tent in the long meadow and, well, we should throw the whole group to lunch and croquet. I mean, broken out to the rations and everyone's invited. What do you say?
Hooray!
Very well.
Well, never mind, I said. Let him take a holiday and make it up afterward. The good lady next door says he's been studying too hard, needs young company, amusement, and exercise. I suspect you're right. I'm much obliged to you.
Oh, I'm glad we could finally make your acquaintance, Mr. Lawrence. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you opening your home to the girls. Meg loves to walk at the conservatory and rather the bouquets, Joe stares at the library, and Amy copies pictures and enjoys her home to her heart's content.
But little Beth, she hasn't been over since her first visit. I thought for sure she'd want to come and practice on the piano.
Oh, you couldn't know. Her eyes lit up when she first saw it.
Then I'm afraid I've done something wrong.
Oh, you wouldn't know. She's so shy. Even a loud voice can make her feel so frightened that her feet try on the floor. Mother, look who's visiting us, my dear.
Hello, sir.
Hello, my dear.
I'll ask you later.
Mr. Lawrence, please. Continue what you're saying about the piano.
Oh, I was just saying that the boy neglects his music now, and the piano has started to suffer for want of use. I wonder, wouldn't some of your girls like to run over and practice on it every now and then, just to keep it in tune? They needn't see or speak to anyone, but come in at any time. I'm shut up in my study at the other end of the house, and the servants are never near the drawing room after 9 o'clock. Please, tell the young ladies what I say. And if they don't care to come, why, never mind.
Oh, sir, they do care. Very, very much.
Are you the musical girl?
I'm Beth. I love it dearly, and I'll come and make sure nobody will hear me and be disturbed.
Not a soul, my dear. The house is empty half the day, so come and drum away as much as you like, and I'll be obliged to you.
How kind you are, sir.
I had a little girl once with eyes like yours. God bless you, my dear. Ms. March, shall we finish our tea in the courtyard?
Of course.
Yes,
Oh, why, thank you.
of course. This is our saying, it's new tea from Paris. My son, my grandson brought Oh, of course. Yeah, tea without sugar.
Mother, I'm going to like Mr. Lawrence a pair of slippers. He's been so kind to me, and I must thank him, and I don't know any other way. Can I do it?
Of course, dear. It would have been a nice way of thanking him.
She's coming! Beth, there's a letter from the old gentleman. Oh, Beth, he sent us. Look here! It's a new piano.
And there's a letter on it for Miss Elizabeth March.
For me?
Yes, all for you, my precious. Isn't it splendid of him? Here's the key of the letter. We're all dying to know what he says.
You read it. I can't. I feel so grateful. Oh, it's too lovely.
Miss March, dear madam,
Oh, how nice it sounds. I wish someone would write to me so.
I've had many pairs of slippers in my life, but I've never had any that fit me so well as yours. Heartsease is my favorite flower, and it will always remind me of the gentle giver. I like to pay my debts, so I know you will allow the old gentleman to give you something that once belonged to his little granddaughter that he lost. With hearty thanks and great wishes, I remain, your grateful friend and humble servant, James Lawrence. Oh, there, Beth, that's an honor to be proud of. Laura used to tell me how fond Mr. Lawrence used to be with the girl who died. Just think, he's giving you her piano.
Your humble servant, James Lawrence. Only think of his writing that to you. I'll tell the girls, they'll think it's splendid.
Try it, honey. Let's hear the sound of the piano.
Well, you'll have to go thank him.
Yes, I mean to.
Come in.
Oh, sir, I meant to thank you for.
Meg! A special education from the P.O. box. Request your immediate reply. Meg!
Joe, you don't need to shout.
Quit your bothering, Amy. It's only for me and Meg.
Yes, Joe, what is it?
Let me see.
Fine. Meg, Lori is inviting us over to the theater this afternoon. I'm on my way to fetch you. I've already spoken with your mother. In a tearing hurry, yours ever, Lori.
What shall we wear?
Oh, only wear what you have on right now. We aren't the show, just the audience.
Are you really gonna leave Beth and I all alone? Oh, please let me come. I have nothing to do at home.
Honey, you can't come. You weren't invited.
Stop whining, Amy. Maybe next time.
I shall go. I can pay for myself, and I shall.
Joe, maybe we could bring her with us.
If Amy goes, then I won't. Lori doesn't want her to go. He only invited us.
Meg wants me to go.
Our seats are reserved and you can't be by yourself in the theater. And we won't ask Lori to give up his seat for you. Oh, Lori is here. Meg, bring with me.
I shall go. Meg certainly can. I can pay for myself.
Meg, just tell her she isn't going.
Not this time, dear.
I shall
I
go.
don't have time for this. Meg, come on.
You need to pay for this, Joe March. Ugh.
Anyone seen my book?
No.
Amy, you've got it.
No, I haven't.
Well, you know where it is then.
No, I don't.
You better tell me at once or I'll make you.
Scold as much as you like. You'll never see that silly old book again.
Why not?
I burned it up.
What? My little book that I was so fond of worked over and that's a bench before father came home? Have you really burned?
Yes, I did. I told you I made you pay for being so cross yesterday, and I have. So you can just
Wicked little girl! I can never write again!
I'm sorry.
I'll never forgive you for the rest of my life. Are you okay?
Amy, all of the books. You should really burn it.
There's only half a dozen little fairy tales.
But just the other day, she said she copied it on Brenda the Originals. How could she ever feel we made up to her?
Everybody's so hateful. I asked Lord to go skating with me. He's always so kind and jolly.
Oh, please forgive me, Joe. I'm very, very sorry.
It was an abominable thing to do, and you don't even deserve to be forgiven.
My dear, forgive each other and begin again tomorrow.
Oh, well, no, I'll never forgive you.
There, she hasn't forgiven me, and now she's gone skating. She promised I could go next time, and this is the last I will have.
Amy, you were a very naughty girl for burning her precious little book. But I think she might forgive you if you try her at the right minute. Just wait a little bit, and I'm sure she'll be friends again with all her heart.
I'll try.
Are you sure she's okay?
Quite safe, dear. She's not hurt. I'm going to take harm.
Mother, if she should die, it would be my fault. I heard her coming after us, and I knew she was heading for thin ice, but I deliberately kept on going.
You cherished your anger till it grew and took possession of you. As all evil thoughts and feelings do, and let's cast out once.
No. It's my dreadful temper. What will I do?
Watch and pray, dear. Never think it impossible to conquer your fault.
You don't know. You can't guess how bad it gets. Look, I get so savage. Oh, Mother, please help me.
I will, Joe, my dear. You think you have the worst temper in the world, but I used to have one just like it.
Yours? Well, you're never angry.
Well, I'm angry nearly every day. I've just learned not to show it.
Are you angry when you purse your lips and go out of the room sometimes?
Yes, I've learned to take the hasty words that rise to my lips. And when I feel they mean to break out against my will, I wistfully go away for a minute.
But that's what troubles me. The sharp words fly out of my mouth before I can even control them.
My good mother used to help me,
As you do to us?
but I lost her at an age a little older than you. Then your father came, and he helped me practice all the virtues I had my little girls possess. I was their example.
Mother, if I was only half as good as you, I'd be satisfied.
I hope you do a great deal better.
Well, I'll try, Mother. I truly will. But I need you to help me. Remind me.
I will, my dear.
I let the sun go down on my anger today. I wouldn't forgive her, and today it might have been too late. How could I be so wicked? Amy. Oh, Joe. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Sumptuously, drive fine carriages, wear my best frock every day, and do nothing but enjoy myself. Did you look beautiful for the parties? Well, I had on my tarlatan, but Sally dressed my hair and Annie tied my sash. Oh, and just as we were getting ready, the maid brought in a box of flowers for me. Oh, the flowers we sent you from Lori! Yes, only Annie thought they were for sure for her sister for her fiance. Well, thank you for the note, Mother. And the flowers were so lovely, made up a case for the girls.
That's very generous of you, dear. I'm sure you look lovelier than anyone, even with their fine dresses.
Yes, I danced to my heart's content, and everyone was very kind. Oh, and I had 3 compliments.
Well, did you see Lori? We sent him to spy on you.
Oh, yes, I danced with him. What did he say? He said you looked pretty well, though for a spy, he was awfully tight-lipped. Well, I'll tell you about it, although I'm rather tired now, so perhaps we can talk about it tomorrow?
Oh, yes, it's dinner time. We're off to bed anyways. That's
Bye,
right.
good night.
Stop moving, Amy.
Well, it does seem pleasant to be quiet and not have company manners on all the time. Home is a nice place, though it isn't splendid.
I'm glad you say so, dear, for I was afraid that home would seem dull and poor to you, even after you find quarters.
Oh, Marmee, I want to fess.
What is it, dear?
I told you that they dressed me up, but I didn't tell you that they had me wear one of Annie's silk dresses. Oh, they powdered and squeezed and frizzled me and made me look like a fashion plate. One man said I looked like a doll, and I knew it was silly, but they flattered me and called me a beauty and quantities of nonsense, so I let them make a fool of me.
Is that all?
Oh, no, I also drank champagne and romped and I tried to flirt and it was altogether abominable.
There's something more, I think.
Yes, it's very silly though, but I want to tell it because I hate to have people saying such things about us and Lori. I heard some things of the Moffats, we lost it. I was sitting just inside the conservatory waiting for my partner to bring me an ice, and I heard voices on the other side of the flowery wall.
How old is Mr. Lawrence?
16 or 17, I could say.
Pretty grand thing if you married one of those machos, wouldn't it?
Mrs. March has made her plans, I dare say, and will play her cards well, early as it is. The girl evidently doesn't think of it yet. Doesn't think of it?
Hans.
I'm not a suspicious person, but I couldn't help but understanding what they meant. I tried to forget it, but I couldn't, and I kept repeating it to myself.
Mrs. Marsh has made her plans. That dowdy old dress.
That film about her mama.
I was ready to cry and come home to tell my troubles and ask for advice.
If that isn't the greatest rubbish I've ever heard, why didn't you just come out at that moment and tell them?
I couldn't. It was so embarrassing for me.
Just wait till I see that Annie Moffat. The idea of having plans because he's rich and may marry us by and by. Won't he shout when I tell her?
Oh, if you tell Lori, I'll never forgive you. She mustn't, must she, Mother?
No, it's never be such foolish gossip. As for Wesley, go, Meg.
Oh, don't be sorry, Mother. I won't let it hurt me, and I did enjoy it a great deal. Thank you very, very much for letting me go. Marmee, do you have plans, as Mrs. Moffat said?
Great many. Some mothers do. Except my plans may differ somewhat from Mrs. Moffat's, I suspect. Joe, your turn will come in time soon. Perhaps. So listen to my plans, and I will carry them out if they're any good. I want my girls to have a happy youth, to be well and wisely married, to lead youthful, pleasant lives, with as little care and little sorrow as God sees fit to send. My girls, I am ambitious for you, but I'd rather see poor men's wives than queens on thrones with no self-respect or peace.
Oh, but poor girls don't stand a chance, Belle says, unless they put themselves forward.
Then we'll be old maids.
Yes, Joe. We'd be old maids and unhappy wives or unrelated girls running about to find husbands. One thing remember, my girls, Mother's always here to be confided, always to be a friend. Both of us hope and trust, whether our daughters, single or married, will be the hope and comfort of our lives.
We'll remember Marmee.
Excuse me, ladies. According to my esteemed tutor and chief burner, Mr. Jean Brooke, and also our Commissioner General, our luncheon is now merely a fond memory.
Thank goodness. I couldn't eat another thing. Well, what do we do now that lunch is over?
Have games sold cooler?
What about a game of croquet?
I'll play.
I think I'll finish my sketch.
Well, Brooke, Meg, we'll call you when we're all ready.
It's very kind of you, Lori.
To the German song too, Miss March.
Oh, yes, it was very sweet, and I'm very much glad you translated it for me.
I'm so surprised you don't read German, Meg.
Not very well. My father taught me as a way, and I don't get on very fast alone if I have no one to correct my pronunciation.
Well, here's Schiller's Mary Stuart and a tutor who loves to teach.
Oh, it's so hard, I'm afraid to try.
Well, in that case, I'll read a bit to encourage you. In Gatenblin, Lumenschön, in Sonne der Plan.
Oh, it's poetry.
Some of it is. Why don't you try this passage?
Vögel singen, wenn leise?
Very well indeed.
That was nice, Meg.
Oh, how beautifully you draw me. I wish I could do that.
Thank you.
Miss March, why don't you learn? I should think you have the taste and talent for it.
Oh, I haven't the time. I have to earn money. I live in America, not some castle in Europe.
Yes, well, we tutors also have rather a hard time of it here, as I know to my sorrow, but there's no place like America for us workers, Miss Margaret.
And I'm glad to live in it then. I only wish I liked teaching as you do.
Well, I'm sure you would if you had Laurie for a pupil. I'll be very sorry to lose him next year.
Going off to college, I suppose?
Yes, it's high time he went, for he's ready, and as soon as he's off, I'll turn soldier. I'm needed.
Oh, I'm glad of it. I should think every young man would want to go, but it is hard for the sisters and mothers who stay at home.
Unfortunately, I have neither. Very few friends that care whether I live or die.
Oh, Laurie and his grandfather would care a great deal, and we'd all be very sorry to have any harm happen to you.
Thank you. Well, that's enough study for today. I'll put them out. There's not a bit of flirt in that girl, is there? Not a bit. But she's a dear. I'm sticking to you anyway. Come over here, Joe. I have something to tell you.
Is it a good one?
Oh, isn't it? It's all about people you know, and I have been dying to tell it to you for a while now.
Well, what is it?
Well, I know where my sister love is.
Oh, is that all?
Oh, it's quite enough for the present, as you'll agree when I tell you where it is.
Okay, well, tell them. How did you know?
Oh, I saw it.
Where?
In this pocket.
All this time?
Yes, isn't that romantic?
Oh, it's horrid.
I thought you'd be pleased.
Of course not. I mean, it's ridiculous. What would Max say?
No. You don't have to tell anyone, mind that.
Well, I didn't promise.
No. That was understood.
Well, I wouldn't for the present anyway, but I wish you hadn't told me.
Well, you'll feel better about it when someone comes to take you away.
I'd like to see anyone try.
So would I.
Now I feel all unsettled. I really wish you hadn't told me.
Well, I do know something that'll make you feel better.
What is it?
I'll race you home. Hey, wait, I didn't say go!
You've been running, Joe. How could you? When will we stop such romping ways?
Never till I'm stiff and old and have to use a crutch. Stop making me try to grow up before my time, Meg. It's bad enough that you've already changed.
Well, where were you calling yesterday? Also fine.
Oh, at the gardener's. Sally told me all about Belmoff's wedding.
Do you envy her?
I'm afraid I do.
I'm glad of it. Why? Because if you care so much about riches, you won't go and marry a poor man.
Well, I'll never go and marry anyone.
It's a splendid story. I can't believe.
Anything interesting there?
Nothing but a story. It won't amount to much, I guess.
You better read it out loud. That'll amuse us and keep you out of mischief. What's the name?
The Masked Marriage.
Well, I guess that sounds well. You can read it.
The Masked Marriage, a tale of Venice. Gondola after gondola swept up to its marble steps and left its lovely load to make the brilliant throng that filled the halls of Count Adelon. Knights and ladies, elves and pages, monks and flower girls all mingled gaily in the dance.
Wait, Joe, who wrote it?
Well, your sister.
You? I knew it. Oh my joy, I'm so proud. Tell us about it.
When did it come? What will Father say?
How much did you get for it?
Well, stop jabbering, girls, and I'll tell you all about it.
November is the most disagreeable month in the whole entire year.
Oh, my patience, how blue we are. Oh, I wish I could manage things for you as I do for my heroines. I'd have some rich relations send you an unexpected fortune, and then you go abroad and come home, my lady something full of splendor and elegance.
But people don't have fortunes left in them that style nowadays. Men have to work and women have to marry for money. It's a dreadfully unjust world.
Hey, welcome to other girls.
Madam Mother, is there anything I can do for you?
No, thank you, except call the office. It's our day for a letter, and the postman hasn't been. Father says regular son. There must be delayed. Perhaps.
One of them poor telegraph things, Mommy.
Thank you, Hannah.
What's the matter? Mrs. March, your husband is very ill. Come at once. Assail. Link Hospital, Washington.
We'll go once. But it may be too late. Children, how we perish.
The Lord keep the dear man, but I won't waste no time a crying. And I'll get your things ready right away, ma'am.
That's right. This is no time for tears now. Be calm, girls. Let me think. Where's Lori?
Hey, man. Is there anything I can do for you?
Some telegram saying he'll come at once. The extra news this evening. I'll take that.
Anything else? My carriage's at the ready. I can go anywhere, do anything.
Set it up till up marches, and Joe, give me pen and paper.
Aunt Mitch is so croaky if you ask her for 9 pence.
Joe, you know I'll have to borrow money for this journey.
I wish there was something odd for you to add money for father.
Okay, now go, dear. No kill stop drive at this pace. Joe, run to the room. Tell Miss Kingsville will be coming. Beth, how's Mr. Marsh? My couple's up. Let her bottle of wine. I'm not trying to about father. Amy, go to the hand bring another 5 trunk. And Meg, help me pack my things. We're half bewildered.
Mr. Lawrence has commissioned me to watch him and it will be a real satisfaction to be of service to him there.
That's very kind of you. Mother will accept me short. Thank you very, very much. What does it say, Mother?
Oh, nothing. Just a few lines of what she's often repeated, that it was absurd for March to go to war, and that no good would come of it, and that she would take her advice the next time. Well, it's near time we're gone now.
Well, where's Joe? Shall I go for it?
I haven't seen her all morning.
Joe! You were worried.
Here's my contribution for father.
$25, my dear. Where'd you get this? You haven't done anything rash, have you?
No. I didn't beg, borrow, or steal it. I earned it. And I don't think you'll blame me because I just sold what was my own.
Her hair! Your beautiful hair! Oh, Joe, you're one beauty. What did you do?
Well, I was wild to do something for father, and I hate to borrow as much as mother does, and I knew Aunt March would croak.
Thank you, dearie. Now don't grieve and fret while I'm gone. Or think they can be idle and try to forget. Go on with work as usual. Hope and keep busy. And remember, girls, you can never be fatherless.
Yes, Mother.
God bless you all. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Hannah. How kind everyone is to us.
I don't see how that can help it.
I feel as if there's been an earthquake. It's like half the house is gone.
Now, my dear young ladies, remember what your ma said, and don't fret. First thing tomorrow morning, we'll have a cup of coffee all around, and get to work and be a credit to the family.
Hope and keep busy. That's the motto for us. I'll go to Aunt March's tomorrow as usual. Won't she fret, though?
Well, I'll go to my Kingsville. I'd rather much attend to things here at home.
No need.
Beth and I can keep house perfectly well. Hannah will tell us what to do, and we'll have everything nice for when we get home.
Oh, that's like my Beth. Okay. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, Maggie. I hope the Kings don't fret tomorrow. And don't worry about father.
Let's go to sleep now. We have an early morning meeting.
Yes. What are you praying about? Are you praying about father? No, not now.
What is it?
My hair.
My dearest mother, it's impossible to tell you how happy your last letter made us. Well, for the news was so good we couldn't help but laughing and crying over it. How very kind Mr. Brooke is, and how fortunate Mr. Lawrence's business detains him near you so long. Give my dearest love to father. Ever your own, Meg.
My dearest Marmee, 3 cheers for father. Well,
Brooke was a trump to telegraph right off as soon as Father was better. My hair is already growing out a little bit. Give Father my lovingest hug that ever was, and give yourself a dozen little kisses for your topsy-turvy Joe. Dear Mother, there's only enough room for me to send my love and some pressed pansies I've been keeping safe in the house for Father to see. Everyone is very kind, and we are... Amy wants the rest of the page, so I must stop now. Oh, do come home soon to your loving little Beth.
Mama, we are all well. I do my lessons always and never cooperate the girls.
Contradict.
Meg says I mean contradict, so I put in both and you can pick the properest. Meg is a great comfort to me and lets me have jelly every night at tea. It keeps me sweet-tempered, Joe says. Adieu, your affectionate daughter, Amy Curtis March.
Here are Miss drawings for the book. I hope we'll go.
Excellent. I'll bring this to print right away.
Oh, and here are the prints for the book. There are only a few changes.
Splendid. How are you feeling?
Better. I'm still a little tired, but my mother is sick again.
I'm sorry to hear it. How'd you find the book after a month off?
Actually, I found it much better read than expected. Not a bit sensational, but simple and true. Well, it ought to be because we lived through most of it. If the book succeeds, that'll be the reason for it. Well then, if there's nothing else.
Just one more thing. There's been a small matter of the sequel.
Sequel? I barely finished the book.
Yes, but how does Meg's marriage go? What happens with Amy? Does Beth get sick again? And most importantly, how is Joe gonna end up with Lori?
Mr. Niles, I won't marry Joe off to Lori to please anyone.
Well, whom else has she married? Pray tell.
Maybe she married nobody.
Now you're being ridiculous, Miss Marsh. Of course she has to marry someone.
Why, pray tell, so she may take care of some stranger's family for the rest of her life? Why shouldn't she be a spinster instead and take care of her own family? That'd be true to life anyway.
Surely you don't propose to keep Joe from getting married when everybody wants her to. Never mind this. All I want to know is if you're willing to write the sequel.
If my family didn't need the money.
We should have it by the spring. Perhaps we could call it Wedding Marches.
Oh, Mr. Niles, please. We'll call it Little Women Act Second or sequel to The Little Women. Maybe Leaving the Nest.
You do it then?
Yes.
Meg, I wish you'd go and see the Hummels. You know, Mother told us not to forget about them.
I'm too tired to go this afternoon.
Can't you, Joe?
Too stormy for me with my cold.
I thought it was almost done.
Well, it's well enough to go see Lori, but not well enough to go see the Hummels.
Why don't you go yourself?
I have been every day, but the baby's sick and I don't know what to do for it. It just keeps getting sicker and sicker, and I think you or Hannah ought to go.
I'll promise I'll go tomorrow.
I'd go, but I want to finish my writing first.
My head aches and I'm tired, so I thought maybe some of you would go.
Christopher Columbus, what's the matter? Oh, Joe, the baby's dead. The Hummels?
It died in my lap before she got home. Oh, dreadful for you. I knew I ought to have gone.
No, don't come near me, Joe. It wasn't dreadful, only so sad. I saw in a minute it was sicker, but Lodgin said her mother had gone for a doctor, so I took baby and let Lottie rest. And it cried, trembled, and lay very still, and I knew it was dead.
Oh no, don't cry, dear.
I
think I'll have the fever now too. No. If you would get sick, I could never forgive myself. What would we do? Only if Mother was here. Don't let Amy come. She's never had it and I'd hate to give it to her. Well, maybe we could send Amy to Aunt March's for a spell? All right. Okay, let's get you to lie down.
Yes. I'm awfully tired.
Watch your step. And Beth!
Now, and I feel so guilty and anxious writing letters to them that make no mention of Beth's illness.
Tush, I would have Mrs. March being told and worrying over such a trifle. You know the doctor said that Beth would only have the fever lightly.
Well, last night while I was watching, Beth didn't even recognize us and only called for Mother. Oh, Hannah, please, can you write the truth to Mommy?
Well, I'll think about it. But you both know that the last letter from Washington told of a relapse from Mr. March, so they can't be thinking of coming home anytime soon.
You may write up a telegram anyway in case we do need to send one.
Well, all right, but I'm sure we won't need to.
Sit down. I want to consult you about a very serious matter. Please, tell me if this is legal and right. For life is uncertain, and I don't want any ill feeling over my tomb.
Alright. My last will and testament. Okay, now, Amy, I really don't think.
Please!
Well, I, Amy Harris March, being in sane mind, go, give, and bequeath all my earthly possession, namely to my father, my most precious source of arts, including frames, and to my mother, all my clothes except for the blue apron, to my dear sister, Margaret, to Joe, my most precious plastered rabbit.
Because I'm sorry I burned up her story, and I didn't know what to do to repay her.
That's very sweet. And to Beth, if she lives after me, my love, bureau, and dollars. To my friend and neighbor, Theodore Lawrence, my paper mache portfolio. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
And now having disposed of all my earth possessions of value, I place my hand and seal on this 20th day of November, 1861. Amy Harris March, witness Theodore Lawrence. I'm sorry. My name is written in pencil.
Yes. I want you to rewrite in ink and seal it up for me properly.
Well, before we do that, might I ask, what put this idea in your head? Did someone tell you about Beth throwing away things?
What about Beth?
Well, you see, Beth had fallen so ill one day that she wanted her things given away with her piano given to Meg, her cat to you, and she left Joe her dolls and locks of hair to the rest of us.
Don't people put sort of postscripts to their will sometimes?
Yes, codicils they call them.
Put one in mine then. I wish all my curls cut off and given around to my friends.
Okay.
I forgot it though. It will spoil my looks.
Is there really any trouble towards Beth?
I'm afraid there is, but we must hope for the best solution. Come on.
Lori,
Sure, is Beth worse?
I'm going to send for Mother.
It's not as bad as that.
Yes, it is. She doesn't recognize us, and there's no one to help us bear it.
Joe, I'm here.
Thank you, Lori. I'm better now.
Well, I stopped it. I have some news that would harden you up in a jiffy.
What is it?
I telegraphed your mother, and Brooke responded and said that she would be here right away. She'll be here tonight.
Oh, Lori, oh, Mother, how could I ever thank you?
Well, you could fly me again. I rather liked it.
Well, I'll do it by proxy when your grandpa comes, but bless you, Teddy, bless you. Oh, Hannah, only think, Lori has already telegraphed Mother. She'll be coming here tonight. Tonight? Why, well, that's the
most interiorist chap that I ever do see, but I do forgive him and hope that Mrs. March is coming home right away. I guess I better knock up a couple of pies in case of company unexpected.
I'll give you a hand.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Mother's coming home, dear. Mother's coming home. Oh, if God spares Beth, I'll never complain again.
If God spares Beth, I'll try to love him and serve him all my life.
I wish I had no heart.
So, life is as hard as this. I don't know how I'll ever get through it.
The fever's turned. She's sleeping natural, her skin damp, and she breathes easy. Oh my goodness me! What? She'll pull through! She'll pull through! Oh, Mother!
Just a year ago, we were crying over the dismal Christmas we were about to have. Do you remember?
Oh, rather a pleasant year on the whole.
I think it's been a pretty hard one.
I'm glad it's over because we've got you back.
Rather a rough road for you to travel, my little Hogans. Especially the latter part of it. But you've got on bravely, and I think, in a fair way, your burdens will come off very soon. I've made several discoveries today.
Tell us what they are.
Well, here's one. I remember when this hand was white and smooth, and it was your job to keep it so. It was very pretty then, but to me, it's pretty now. Meg, my dear, I value the womanly skill that keeps home happy more than fashionable accomplishments or white hands. I'm proud to shake this industrious little hand and hope you soon won't be asked to give it away.
What about Joe? Please say something nice, for she tried so hard and been so very, very good to me.
Well, I don't see the son Joe who I see a year ago. I see a young lady who ties her collar straight, laces her boots neatly, neither whistles, talks slang, nor lies on the rug. She doesn't bounce, moves quietly, and takes care of a certain little person in a motherly way which delights me. I'd rather miss my Waldo. But if I get a strong, tender-hearted, caring woman instead, I'll be even more satisfied.
Now, Beth.
Well, I prefer to say much. I feel that she'll slip away altogether. Though she's not as shy as she used to be. How about you now, my dear Beth? Please, God.
Well, Amy.
I observed that Amy had taken drumsticks at dinner, ran errands for her mother all afternoon, and has waited on everyone with good patience and humor. I also observed that she doesn't look in the glass and has learned to think of others more and of herself less. I'd be happy to have a graceful statue made for her, but I'd be unhappier to have a daughter who makes life beautiful to herself and others.
What are you thinking, Beth?
It's just that I'm so full of happiness that if only Father were here, I don't think I could hold one drop more.
So am I.
I'm sure I am.
Of course I am.
How could I be otherwise?
Well, here's one more present from the March family.
Father!
What is it, Joe? Aren't you happy Father's home?
Well, of course, it's great to see him at the big chair again, but I can't help but feeling something's just not right.
Yes, everyone seems to be waiting for something to happen, though what it is I can't imagine.
Well, Mr. Brooke left his umbrella in the hall yesterday.
Oh, Meg, I forgot my umbrella. Would you marry me?
Oh, behave yourself and go. What does the goose mean?
He's just showing you how your John will go on by and by.
Don't say my John. It isn't proper or true. I told you I don't care much about him.
Well, I don't mean to plague you and will bear it like a man, but if you mean to do it, I wish you make haste.
I can't say anything till he speaks, and he won't because Father said I was too young.
If he did speak, you wouldn't even know what to say.
I'm not so silly and weak as you think. I know just what I would say.
What?
Well, I should merely say, thank you, Mr. Brooke. You are very kind, but I agree with Father that I'm too young to enter into any engagement at the present.
Well, that's stiff and cool enough, but I don't believe you'll ever say that. You'd rather give in than hurt his feelings.
No, I won't. I'll tell him I've made up my mind and walk out of there with dignity.
Good afternoon. I came to get my umbrella.
Well, he's in the library. And it's in the rock. I'll get it and it's right here.
Mother will let us see.
Oh, please, don't go. Are you afraid of me, Mark?
How could I be afraid of you when you've been so kind to Father? I only wish I could thank you for it.
Oh, shall I tell you how?
No, please don't. I'd rather not.
I won't trouble you, Meg. I only want to know if you care for me a little. I love you so much, dear.
I don't know.
Will you try and find out? Oh, I can't go to work with any heart. So I learn whether I'm to have my reward at the end or not.
I'm too young.
Oh, wait. And in the meantime, you could be learning to like me. Would it be a hard lesson, dear?
Not if I choose to learn
Then
it, but
choose to learn, Meg. I love to teach, and this is much easier than German.
well, I don't choose. Please go away and let me be.
Do you really mean that?
Yes, I do. I don't want to be worried about such things. Father says I need it, and it's too soon, and I'd rather not.
Meg, I hope you change your mind by and by. I'll wait. I won't say anything until you've had more time. But don't play games with me, Meg. I didn't think that of you.
Then don't think of me at all. I'd rather you wouldn't.
Bless me! What's all this?
It's Father's friend. I'm so surprised to see you.
That's evident.
But what's Father's friend saying to make you look like a peony? We were only talking Mr. Brooke came for his umbrella. Mr. Brooke, Dr. Louis Tudor. Ah, I understand now. You haven't gone and accepted him, have you? I shall hear you. Shall I come, Mother?
No, not yet. There's something I must tell you, and I have to free my mind at once. Tell me, do you mean to marry this cook? If you do, not one penny of my money ever goes to you. Now remember that and be a sensible girl.
I shall marry whom I please, Aunt Marge, and you can leave your money to anyone you like.
Highty-tighty! Is that the way you take my advice? You'll be sorry for it by and by, once you've tried love in a cottage and found it a failure.
It can't be a worse one than some people find it in big houses.
Now, Meg, I need you to listen and take my advice. I mean it kindly, and I don't want you to spoil your whole life away because you made a mistake at the beginning. You have to marry well and help your family. It is your duty to make a rich match, and it ought to be impressed upon you.
But Father and Mother like John, though he is poor.
Your parents have no more worldly wisdom than a pair of babies.
Well, I'm glad of it then.
This Rook is poor and hasn't any rich relations, does he?
No, but he has many warm friends.
You can't live on friends. Try it and see how cool they'll grow. He hasn't any business, has he?
Mr. Morris is going to help him.
That won't last long.
So, you intend to marry a man without any money, position, or business, yet you could be comfortable the rest of your days by minding me and taking my advice? I thought you had more sense, Meg!
I couldn't do better if I waited half my life. John is good and wise, and he's got heaps of talent. He's willing to work, and he's sure to get on.
He knows you have rich relations. That's the secret of his liking.
How dare you say such a thing, Aunt Marge? My John wouldn't marry for money any more than I would, and he loves me, and I love him.
Well, I wash my hands of this affair. You are a willful child, but you have lost more than you know by this piece of folly. Don't expect anything from me when you are married. Your Mr. Book's friends have to take care of you. I'm done with you forever.
Meg, thank you for defending me. And Marge, proving that you do care for me a little bit.
Well, I didn't know how much until she abused you.
And I needn't go away, but may stay and be happy. May I go?
Yes, John.
I'm so glad you handled that as we planned. Now that matters.
Sister Jill, congratulate us.
Do somebody come quick. John Brooke is acting dreadfully and my sister likes it. Look!
Are you ready for my wedding?
Oh, hush you. There's still plenty of time. Look!
And have the story published, Joe?
Oh, not only that, I've won first prize in the contest. $100. Oh, the Duke's daughter paid the butcher's bill, and the Phantom's hand landed the new carpet, and the curse of the Coventrys will prove a blessing to the Marches.
That's so wonderful to hear.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you, Joe.
Oh,
The stories always make us the best.
thank you.
Oh, man. Well, you can't take off sure I can. How much has happened since I last said that?
Joyce can plus the stars these days.
All this romance.
Here comes Lori.
Now we'll have some sensible conversation.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you, Lori.
I knew Brooke would have it all his own way. He always does. Shall we?
Are you happy? Do you feel satisfied here?
Yes, Mother, perfectly satisfied. Thanks to you all. And so happy, can't talk about it. Oh, and I'm so glad not to have a fashionable wedding, but only those about me whom I love and whom I can look and be my familiar self.
You're just like our own dear Meg, only so very sweet. I'd hug you if it wouldn't crumple your dress.
I'm satisfied, but do hug me and don't mind my dress, because I want a great many crumples of the sort for the next day.
Upon my word, here's the state of things. Why, you aren't to be seen until the last minute.
I'm not a show, Auntie. No one is coming to stare at me or criticize my dress or count the cost of my luncheon. I'm too happy to care what anyone says or thinks, and I'm going to have my little wedding just as I like it.
Jupiter Mont, show us that to the kitty then.
Don't giant away from me. He scares me more than mosquitoes. He promised to be very good today. He can be perfectly elegant if he likes.
The cake and curd my and everything looks lovely, my dear. Come on, you two.
I thought you didn't like being tied to a woman's apron strings.
Oh, well, that depends on who the woman is.
Mercy me! I must talk to you very seriously about today. You must promise to behave well.
Of course, not afraid.
Don't look at me during the ceremony. I'll laugh.
You won't see me because you'll be crying so much that there'll be a thick fog around you.
I never cry unless in great affliction.
Oh, exactly. I mean, one march drill down, 3 to go.
Mercy on us. We don't want any more marrying in this family for years to come. What are you thinking?
Oh, well, it's just a fast time, and well, you're merely an infant, but we'll all be left to imagine when you get married.
I'm too busy to be worried about that sort, and I think it's dreadful to break a family so. Let's not talk about this anymore. I mean, Meg's wedding has turned all our heads, and now we talk about nothing but lovers and absurdities.
That's not so bad.
Well, come on, it's time.
Mark my words, Joe. You're next.
Are you going to help about the fair, my dear? Yes, Miss Chester asked me if I would, and I offered to tend the tables. I have nothing but my time to give.
I'm not. I hate to be patronized. I wonder why you consented, Amy. They just want you to work.
I'm willing to work. Patronage doesn't trouble me when it's well meant.
Quite right and proper. I like your grateful spirit. It is a pleasure to work for those who appreciate our efforts. Some do not, and that's troubling.
I just don't like favors. They oppress me and make me feel like a slave. I'd rather do everything for myself and be perfectly independent.
How is your French?
Very well, thank you, Aunt March. I'm so grateful you let Esther practice with me as much as I wanted while Beth was sick.
And how are your languages?
Don't know a word. I mean, I just can't bear French, and I'm very stupid about studying things.
You are quite strong now? Very well, thank you, ma'am. And plan to do great things next winter so that I may be ready for Rome, whenever that joyful time may arrive.
Good girl. You deserve to go someday. Care to take a walk?
I will, thank you.
Bye.
Joe, I thought I should tell you. March is going abroad next month.
And wants me to go with her?
No, dear, it's Amy.
Oh, what? Mother, it was me first. I wanted to go for so long. What isn't fair? What isn't fair?
I would have hoped you could have gone, but there's no hope of it this time.
But I wish I could go somewhere for this winter.
Well, Mrs. Kerr has written to me for some respectable young lady to help her children, and so I thought it might suit you.
Oh, God, to service in that great boarding house in New York City? I mean, why not? Mrs. Kirk is your friend and will make things pleasant for me. And it's honest work. I'm not ashamed of it.
Well, if it can be arranged, you'll go.
Thank you, Mother.
Come on, Joe.
Oh, now you must have a good long holiday.
Well, I intend to.
What's the matter?
We've got to have it out, Joe. I mean, the sooner the better for both of us.
Say what you like, then. I'll listen.
Joe, you know I love you, and I've loved you ever since we met. And I've tried to show it, but you wouldn't let me, and that's okay. But Joe, I must make you hear me now.
Well, I wanted to save you from this. I thought you would understand. I'll always be so fond of you, grateful to you, and proud of you, but I can't love you the way you want me to, though I've tried.
Truly, Joe?
Really, truly, dear. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so desperately sorry. I could kill myself if it would do any good. But you know that people can't love other people when they don't.
Well, they do sometimes.
I just don't believe it's the right sort of love, and I'd rather not try it. Don't worry. We're not suited to each other. Our quick tempers and strong wills would make us miserable if we were so foolish as to...
As to marry? No, they wouldn't. Because if you loved me, Joe, I would be a perfect saint. And I mean, you may do whatever you like.
I can't. I've tried and failed, and I won't risk our happiness for such a serious experiment. Do be reasonable and take a sensible view of the case.
No. Why would I be reasonable when it doesn't help the facts and it just makes things worse? I mean, really? I don't believe you mean hard, Joe.
I wish I had it.
Then why does everyone expect us to get married? My grandfather, your mother, and Joe, we would be so happy. Please, do, Joe.
I can't say yes truly, so I won't say it at all. But you'll see that I'm right by and thank me for it.
I will be hanged if I do.
You'll get over this after a while. You'll see some fine young lady who'll make a fine mistress for your fine house. I wouldn't. We'd be unhappy and everything would be horrid.
Anything more?
Nothing more except that I'm happy as I am right now, and I can't give up my liberty for any mortal man.
I think that's when you're wrong, Joe. I think you will find someone who you will love and you'll cherish, and well, me, I'll be left to watch, like before.
Then you'll just have to bear it. Look, I've tried my best, but you won't be reasonable. I'll be fond of you for the rest of my life, but I can't ever marry you. The sooner you believe it, the better.
You'll be sorry someday.
Happy New Year to you all, my dearest family. I'm not a young little lady traveling the continent, but I'm only a young governess in New York City. I was so surprised to hear that Laurie and his grandfather had trundled off to Europe. I hope they make time to visit Amy and his dear heart is mending. Mrs. Kirk has given me a splendid room with a nice table at the sunny window, so I can write whenever I'd like. The first day I came, I met a certain Professor Bear. One day I was passing by his door and I accidentally knocked on it with my umbrella. And there he stood in a dressing gown, darning his sock. I laughed all the way downstairs, but I couldn't help but feel bad for that poor man who had to mend his own clothes. So I made up my mind to help him. I decided to dye his sock. He even offered me lessons.
Joe, thanks for dyeing my sock. I must simply find a way to repay you.
Oh, perhaps lessons in German? But you're too busy.
Prut, we'll make the time, and I shall give you a little lesson with much gladness. But look you, Miss March, I have an eye, and I see much. I have a heart, and I feel thankfulness. Come, a little lesson then, and now. Oh, no more good feeling work for me and mine.
Well, eins, zwei, drei.
That's as good. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. Yes, I still find time for my literary labors, but I'm ashamed to confess that I've had to learn a very important lesson about my writing. You see, although I've never told you this before, and it even pains me to tell you now, I wanted so much to earn money for my dear ones at home that I took to writing sensation stories. In these dark ages, even all-perfect America reads this rubbish and even pays for it. So I proceeded to concoct a series of thrilling tales, which Mr. Dashwood of the Weekly Volcano published and paid me for. And I began to write more. But wrongdoings always brings its own punishment, and when I most needed mine, I got it. It was Mr. Bear who gave me my lesson.
Beautiful.
Good evening, Professor.
Today we need a prologue of great tragedy, Wittgenstein, no?
Yes, sir.
The Squirrel of Jesting, and Ernest Mask, to wish you have done winning years and eyes. So often, and command tender heart. I wish this paper did not come in the house. Those are not for children to see, or young people to read. I have no patience with those who make this harm.
Oh,
Yes, you're right to put it from you. I do not think a good young girl should see such things. I would rather give my boys a gunpowder to play than this bad trash.
maybe all such stories are not so bad. Some may only be silly, you know?
If those Arthur Noah hunted it, they would not think the living's honest. They should think little, and sweat mud in the street before they do this. I'd like to send it all after him.
Well, shall we go on now? I'll be very good and proper.
I shall hope so.
As soon as I went to my room, I reread every one of my stories. They are trash. I know it, for I can't read them in sober earnest without being horribly ashamed of them. I burned them up. And when nothing remained of 3 months' work except a heap of ashes, I knew I'd never write another sensation story. Sometimes I almost wish I hadn't any conscience. It's so inconvenient. If I didn't care about doing right and didn't feel uncomfortable when doing wrong, I'd get on capitally. I can't help but wishing sometimes, Mother and Father, that you haven't been so particular about these things. But then again, of course, I'm so glad you were. I miss you all. Ever your loving, Jo.
My friend, you're going home? You're so happy that you have home to go in.
Happy, yes, but there's a shadow.
Dear Jo, I'm anxious about Beth. I found her crying the other day, and when I came to ask her about it once or twice, she looked so distressed that I stopped. I never forced my children's confidence, but perhaps she'll open her tender little heart to her Jo. Once she could get quite strong and cheerful again, I wouldn't have a wish in the world.
I'm so sorry for her. But go see your poor dear, and bring her the happiness you so often have brought me. You give me a writing? No more inky finger.
Oh, well, yes, I've decided to occupy myself with something a little bit more useful, though it may not be pleasant. Now, if you ever come our way, you promise to come visit us, won't you? I want everyone to meet a new friend.
Do you? Shall I come?
Oh, of course, come in spring. You can meet my sister, Amy. She'll be back by then. Oh, even Lori.
Oh, that's your best friend. Oh, can we speak?
Oh, yes, my boy Lori. I'm so very proud of him and want you to meet him.
I shall not make the time for that. But I wish your friends much success and you all happiness. God bless you. And my love to you, little friend.
Thank you.
It is not for me. I must not hope.
Where's Beth?
She's asleep. May I rest my eyes a minute, Joe?
Yes, please. I'm quite awake. Joe? Bertha, are you awake? Do you recognize me?
Joe,
Please stay. I'll love you ever so much than before. I mean, please don't go. I miss you too terribly.
Oh, Joe, and I'm going to miss.
What will you miss?
I'm going to miss the piano and the sun on the trees.
You must think of what you'll miss. You must fight.
I'm going to miss you, Joe.
Don't say that. Look, I'm going to take your place. I'm going to do everything that you do, and you don't have to do anything. I'll even be the stay-at-home daughter who cares for mother and father and keeps their house in their old age, and it will just be you and me, Beth. Think of how nice that'll be.
Shh, Joe, don't like the others.
What about the journey I promised to take you on? I meant it.
I know you did. It's just that I'm so very tired.
There must be somewhere you can get better. Maybe somewhere with more sun. Somewhere we can be together.
There is a place, Joe, but I think I have to go alone.
No, Beth, don't say that. I'll even give up my wildness and my silly writing, and then it will just be you and me, Beth. Think of how nice that will be.
I can't.
Listen to the music.
Someone is calling me.
Lori and his grandfather are playing for you. Goodbye. Goodbye, Beth. Mother? She's gone.
Oh, Lori!
You're glad to see me then.
Oh, glad. Words can't express it. Where's Amy?
Oh, Dynamax. We visited them and there was no way to get my wife out of the clutches. I mean Amy. Oh, now I've done it.
What?
God, you got yourself married. What dreadful thing will you do next?
Characteristic, but not exactly. Complimentary compliments.
Sit down and tell me all about it.
Yes, so while me and Brooke were in Europe, Amy and March visited us, and well, me and Amy got to talking and spent nearly every minute after that touring the countryside.
You always have things to suit you.
Not always. Joe, I just wanted to say this one thing, and we'll put it by forever. Joe, you know I will always love you, but that love is altered, and you were right, but I just needed you to know that I was done with the old love before I got on with new, so I truly can share my heart between Sister Joe and wife Amy. Will you believe it and go back to the happy old times when we first knew one another?
Oh, I'll believe it with all my heart. It only seems yesterday that I was buttoning Amy's pinafore. I mean, this year has been so long that I almost feel 40.
I'm so sorry, Joe. We left you to bear it all alone. Well, never again. If you'll have us, the children need to be taught how to keep house, and we'd be happy together.
Won't I be a bother?
Never.
You're such a comfort, Teddy.
Where is she? Where's my girl, Joe?
Amy!
Oh, I miss you so much. Honey, come up with our bags.
want to be. A literary spinster with a pen as a spouse and a family of books as children. Huh?
What is it, dear?
How did this get here?
Oh, well, Hannah just set it down and...
What? Hannah! Where did these come from?
Why, a gentleman just brought it by a minute ago.
Why didn't you give them to me?
Well, what do you know? He said to give it to Mrs. March, so I naturally assumed it was another wedding gift for Miss Amy. I'm terribly sorry, Miss Josephine.
Well, where did he go?
I told him that Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence were visiting Meg and the babies.
What?
Oh, it's raining something fierce up there, Miss Jo. Oh, she'll catch her death.
Perhaps not.
Oh, Mr. Bear! Mr. Bear!
Joe,
I'm so glad to see you.
you have no umbrella.
Thank you. Why didn't you come say hello?
You're at a party. I don't want to be interfering.
Oh, well, it was only just the family. Amy has just come from Europe.
Oh yes, to bring you the congratulations. I'll give mine too, Joe. Mrs. Lawrence. So you have married your Laurie.
No. My sister Amy married Laurie in Europe.
Your sister? Your sister married Laurie? And you are not married?
No. What has happened since I last saw you?
Oh yeah, my friend has found me a place in college where I teach as at home. For this, I should be grateful, should I not?
Of course. How splendid it would be to have you do things you like and also be able to see you often.
We shall not meet often, I fear. This place at the west.
So far away?
You have been ill, my friend.
Not ill, but tired and sorrowful. We've had trouble since you've last come.
Yes, my heart was sore for you when I hear that.
Thank you.
My dear, why do you cry?
Because you're going away.
Joe, listen to me. I have nothing but much love to give you. I was so afraid when I hear you were Mrs. Lawrence, but now it's well. Joe, will you make a little place in your heart for old Fritz?
Oh, yes, Friedrich. What has kept you away for so long?
I could not find myself a heart to take care of it. That's so happy home. Until I prospect one to give you.
Oh, don't fear poverty. I don't. I couldn't bear a rich husband. But I'm to carry my share, Friedrich, to earn the home. Well, make up your mind to that, or I'll never go.
Don't give me such hope and courage. I have nothing to give back. My full heart. And those empty hands.
Not empty anymore.
Well, the young ladies who wanted Joe to marry Laurie will be weeping now. But this book, for girls you created, may have a longer life than even I would have hoped.
Well, I don't understand it. How could they begin such a little simple story like this to make people praise it so?
Well, whatever is secret, there's no doubt of its success. We already sold 10,000 copies, even in London's third edition.
10,000?
I'm sure we'll sell another 6,000 or 7,000 for the end of the year. You're well on the way to being the next celebrated author of our times.
Yes, I mean, even the people at Father's lecture circuit address him not as the great philosopher of Concord, but the father of little women.
Well, I'm sure you proved to be the breadwinner of the family. Here's your first installment.
But this is so much. I could pay for all my family debts in one fell swoop.
Well, Miss March, I'd like to congratulate you with the completion of your book. I hope you can enjoy yourself without hard money.
Thank you. Well, for this little book, I wonder if it was any good. I don't think I ever ought to call myself Unlucky Joe again, for my greatest wish has been so beautifully gratified.
Yeah, your life is very different from the one you last imagined.
Oh, yes, I mean, the life I wanted then seems so selfish and only cold to me now. I'll never give up on the dream of writing a good book, but for experiences like these, all for the better.
I wanted splendid things to be sure, but in my heart, I knew you'd be happy if I had a little home, and John, and some dear children. I've left them all, thank God, I'm the happiest woman in the world.
My life's different too. Yet, like Joe, I don't relinquish all my artistic hopes. I've begun to model a figure baby, and Lori thinks it's the best thing I've done.
Yes, I think you'll harvest really good ones this year.
Oh, not as good as yours, Mother. We can't thank you enough for the patient sowing and reaping you've done for us. I hope there'll be more wheat and fewer tares every year.
A large sheep for you, and others room in your heart for it, Mommy dear.
Oh, however long you may live, my girls, I can never wish you greater happiness than this.
He's gonna give me the pictures. Look at that.